What we saw during November 2009 were unprecedented quantities of rainfall, which led to huge flooding across Cumbria. But what we saw in Ulverston was upwards of 120 properties that actually flooded. So what we've been doing is undertaking some works to remove gravels and deposits of material that built up in Dragley Beck here immediately after the floods. We've been doing some works to try and open up a drain and a culvert which will allow the waters from the floodplain to drain off quickly in the event of any flooding. We've been doing an awful lot of work with the communities, getting them to work with us on solutions to flooding problems. We have a very active flood action group here in Ulverston, which is one of in fact 64 that we want to start working with over the next few years. The flood action groups are working with us to try and identify how it is that locally we can look at reducing flood risk, both in terms of low cost schemes and resilience works, but also in terms of helping them to identify where it is that the problems actually stem from.
The Environment Agency listened to us very carefully and responded immediately. And it's been proved by how quickly they've come onto the site and actually done a practical solution to the problem.
Back in November the 19th, I was called down to Eamont Bridge. A record amount of rain fell in 24 hours and the river just could not cope. And by the next day, 45 properties had flooded. Since the 2005 floods, we worked with the local community to set up a flood action group, and we've been able to secure funding to carry out a pilot resistance project in Eamont Bridge, installing door guards, air brick covers, non-return valves, giving people pumps for inside the properties, and then repointing and doing any rendering work.
Since the flood in 2009, we've had a lot of help from the Environment Agency on defence work we're going to carry out and advice on how we can protect the house in a much better way if it ever were to happen again.
Well, 1 year on, we've helped reduce damage to 45 properties. We've carried out some sort of maintenance works in the channel, but added to that, we've been working with the residents to sort of help them understand their flood risk, so they can be sort of better prepared. And a number of residents have actually carried out further works to the properties in the form of resilience measures, tiling the floors, raising the sockets up. So it's all about decreasing damage.